हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा गिरिधारी राधे, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा, जय गौरनिताय जय निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल, निताय गौर हरि बोल, जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। हरे कृष्णा। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्, नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकीर्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुक्तपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथावितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखावितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त वेदांत सरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवत्सप नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवर्षभानवि देवी दैताय कृपापाते कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्यज्वाला प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगा भक्तिदा श्री गौरा करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्धाप सिद्धान्तद्वान्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बारसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगावराय ते गौराविर्भव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देश सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरकिशे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता श्री राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतो पंगोर्मम मंदे मतेर्कति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजो श्री राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्यारण्य कल्पद्रुमदा श्रीमद् रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद् राधा श्रील गोविंद देवो पृष्ठालभि सेवमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसामपि वंशीवटतटस्थितः कश्चन वेणु सुनेर्गोपीर गोपीनाथा श्रीयस्तु नः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Keep your audio in mute. Manoj Prabhu, keep your mobiles in mute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you are placed properly, you can keep your videos on. So, Mataji, we are in office, no problem. At least you have the eagerness to hear. That itself is the highest quality. Even in office, just see this is the Bombay life, this is city life. But still there is an eagerness to hear Bhagavad Gita. That itself is going to give the qualification to get very good marks. Don't worry. Okay. So yesterday we saw 1 to 11th verse. First verse is the opening verse given by the person who is the cause of all the battle. And that is Dhritarashtra himself. And from his mouth, Krishna says that this Kshetra is going to be called as Dharma Kshetra, where principles of Dharma, non-violence, purity, austerity, truthfulness will be established. So naturally, Dharma is there on the side of Pandavas. So this is the sign of victory of war. And the second verse onwards to 11th verse, if you see, that is diplomacy of Duryodhana, how tactful he is. He is trying to pacify everyone. He is trying to pacify his grandfather. At the same time, he is criticizing his grandfather also. It's very clear instruction that never get carried away by the words of diplomatic people. Diplomacy, until unless employed in Krishna's service, till that time, the diplomacy is only for one's own sense gratification. If it is employed in Krishna's service, like bringing a person closer to Krishna, then everything is wonderful. Okay, 12th verse onwards to 20th verse, we have more signs of victory of war. Let us see. 12th verse. Tasya sanjanayan harsham puru vruddha pitamaha sihanadam vinadyochai shankam dadmau pratapavan. Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vruddha pitamaha sihanadam vinadyochai shankam dadmau pratapavan. Okay. Saurabh Prabhu, please read the verse.
Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru
vruddha
jai shankam dadmau pratapavan.
Your voice is breaking. Can you read again? We heard the first and the last. Read again.
Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vruddha pita.
Again the same thing. I think in middle your phone goes away. Anyhow, Mataji, can you read? Unmute yourself. Read the verse.
Who, me?
Yeah, Shilpa. Okay, Shilpa is not able to hear. Golok Mataji, please read.
तस्य संजनयन् हर्षं कुरु वृद्धा पितामह सिंहनादं विनाद्यौ च संख्यं दद्मौ प्रतापवान्
Vinadyochai.
विनद्यौ चै.
Okay. Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vruddha pitamaha sihanadam vinadyochai shankham tatma tapavan. Now see this confused condition of his grandson. What did Bhishma Pitama do? Because Bhishma Pitama was observing what is he doing? Sometimes praising his teacher, sometimes criticizing his teacher, having so much of anxiety, having no faith of us participating in the war because he had the doubt that his grandfather and his teacher will be reluctant to shoot the arrows towards Pandavas. So that is a doubt he had. So that is a doubt Duryodhana had, and seeing this condition, the grandsire of Kuru dynasty, Bhishma Pitama, he blew the conch shell, trying to give joy to Duryodhana. See, the first conch shell is blown on the side of Kauravas. Now, how this is the sign of victory of war? It is said, in the place where conch shell is blown, that place becomes Dharma Kshetra. In the house also, one should blow conch shell. The moment you blow conch shell Shankha is subservient to Krishna. All the negativities in the house will run away. What is the meaning of negativity? Inauspiciousness. All inauspiciousness will automatically fly away the moment you blow conch shell. See, conch shell is blown in the temples, even in the house. Before you start to deity worship, you should blow conch shell. How many of you don't blow conch shell? Please raise your hands. Okay, 3. You can keep your yellow hands up. Yellow hands, so that I can count how many are there. So I'll take a class on blowing the conch shell now. Okay, 5. 5 are not blowing the conch shell. Others are blowing. Kalash is blowing. Hindu Mataji must be blowing. Shilpa is also blowing. Okay, Gautam is not blowing. You should know to blow the conch shell. The moment you know to blow the conch shell, by blowing the conch shell, when you start the deity worship, you should pray, "Oh Lord, I am your servant. I am servant of the servants of the servants." In fact, there is a verse I'll put in the group. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo na shudro naham varni nacha grahapatir na vanasto yatirva kintu prodya nikhila paramananda purnamrutarthe gopi bhartur padakamalayo dasadasa anudasaha. The most important verse, which specifies our identification. Naham vipro, I am not a Brahmana. Generally, we are proud that we are Brahmana. I am not a Brahmana. Who is a soul? I am not a Brahmana. Naham vipro, nacha narapatir, I am not a Kshatriya. Napi vaishyo, I am not a Vaishya. Na shudro, I am not a Shudra. Naham varni, I am not a Brahmachari. Nacha grahapatir, I am not a Grahastha. Nacha grahapatir. Na vanasto, I am not a Vanaprasthi. Na yatirva, I am not a sannyasi. Are Baba, who you are then? Gopi bhartur padakamalayor dasa dasa dasa. Gopi bhartur, one who is the protector of the gopis. Gopi bhartur, the palanakarta of the gopis. Gopi bhartur padakamalayor. Whoever are there at the lotus feet of Krishna, those dasas, like that dasa, dasanu, dasaha. I'm just servant of the servants of the servants of the servants of those who are at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is my identity. One first should correct his identity. Sometimes we are very proud that we are this, we are that. No, I'm just dasa, dasa, I'm dasa. If this identification is known, so while blowing the conch shell, you are within your mind saying that I'm dasa, dasa, I'm dasa. Even if you don't know so much big words, at least you can memorize. Slowly, slowly, you can memorize this verse. But at least you can say, I'm servant of the servants of the servants of all the servants of Krishna. This much you can say, and blow the conch shell. The moment you blow the conch shell, your house is purified. Dharma is established. The place, now see, the conch shell is blown by Bhishma Pitamaha, thus indicating Dharma is going to be established. And Dharmastu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Yesterday only we did this. Dharmastu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Onto whose side Krishna is there? I'm listening to it. Okay. So onto whose side Krishna is present? the war is going to be won on that side. Okay. Okay. Aditya, read the purport.
Hare Krishna. The grandson of the Kuru dynasty could understand the inner meaning of the heart of his grandson Duryodhan, and out of his natural compassion for him, he tried to cheer him by blowing his conch shell very loudly, befitting his position as a lion. Indirectly, by the symbolism of the conch shell, he informed his depressed grandson Duryodhan that he had no choice of victory in the battle because the Supreme Lord Krishna was on the other side. But still, it was his duty to conduct the fight, and no pains would be spared in that connection. Hare Krishna.
Yes. It was his duty to conduct the fight. And no pains would be spared in that connection. So just to give faith to, to Duryodhana that they will be participating in the war. Next. Tatha Shankascha Bhairyascha Panamanaka Gomukhaha Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta Sashabdastumulo Bhavat. Tatha Shankascha Bhairyascha Panamanaka Gomukhaha Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta Sashabdastumulo Bhavat. Gautam, read.
ततः सन्तश्च भैर्यश्च पन्वानन्तर्गोमुता
Panavanaka
पणवानतगोमुता सहसवाभयानन्त सशब्द
Sahasaivabhya
स-
Saha
ससैवाभ्य अनन्त
Hanyanta
हन्यन्त
Sashabdas.
सशब्दस्तु मूलो भवत्.
Some improvement is there, isn't it? These verses are actually imbibed in our consciousness. When Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, we all were present in different capacity. These are the instructions of Krishna. It is not coming from outside to inside. It is there inside. That's to just be removed outside. Okay. Tatha Shankascha Bhairi. When the Shankha is blown, at that time, Bhairya, Bhairyascha refers to large drums were beaten. Panavanaka, small drums, kettle drums, Gomukha, horns, and all of them suddenly started sounding, simultaneously sounded. Abhyantaha. Sashabdaha tumulo bhavat. In this way, there was a tumultuous sound. If you have seen old movies, especially Prithviraj Kapoor's movies, how many of you have seen? I don't know. That time, when the war is to start, old movies you should see, 1950 movies and all, they will show the war. And suddenly all will start, kettle drums will start beating, horns will start. So everything will start suddenly. So that gives a tumultuous sound. Very horrible to hear, at the same time very encouraging to hear for the Kshatriyas, because they just want to fight. Now let us see. So now till now 2 has happened. Two sign of victory of war. First verse and 12th verse. Now 14th verse. Tatha shvetairhayaryukte mahati syandane stitau madhava pandavaschaiva divyau shankau pradat matuhu. Tatha shvetairhayaryukte mahati syandane stitau madhava pandavaschaiva divyau shankau pradat matuhu. Now see, Bhishma Pitama blew conch shell, but his conch shell is not called as Divyau Shankau. But when Krishna and Arjuna blew conch shell, their conch shells are referred to Divyau. Divyau Shankau Pradat Matuhu sounded. Who Madhavaha and Pandavaschaiva. Cha Eva. Cha Eva means and. So Madhava is husband of goddess of fortune. Now in Bhagavad Gita, you will find Krishna being referred to in different names. Sometimes Madhava, sometimes Rishikesha. So whenever Krishna and Arjuna are referred in a particular way by particular name, that signifies that verse. Now Madhava. Madhava refers to husband of goddess of fortune. You say na? Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha. When you chant, when you put the tilak, that is Urdhva Pundram, you say Madhavaya Namaha here. Because Lakshmi is seated in the Vakshasthala of Krishna. So wherever Krishna is present, goddess of fortune is present. That means fortune is there in the side of Pandavas. Again, Pandavaha has been told to Arjuna. Pandavaschaiva. Pandavaha. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardhana. Now just see, in the purport it is given. Jayastu Pandu Putranam. Just by saying Pandavaha, Jay to Pandu Putranam. Why? Yesham Pakshe Janardhana. Who has taken your Paksha? Janardhana has taken your Paksha. Who is there on your side? Krishna is there. Madhava is there. Fortune is there. Goddess of fortune, Lakshmi is present. Wherever Krishna is there, understand Lakshmi is there. That is why the moment you study Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is present. Krishna and Krishna's words are non-different. And wherever Bhagavad Gita is opened and served by studying, understand Goddess of fortune is present. Now, I took the second line intentionally. The second line, here two sign of victory. One by referring Krishna as Madhava, one by referring Arjuna as Pandavaha. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardhana. When you say Madhava, goddess, husband of goddess of fortune. Let us see the first line. Tatha Shvetair Hayar Yukte. Shvetaha means white horses. White. Hayar means horses. Now, this chariot is very special chariot on which Madhava is there and Pandava is there. A special chariot. Actually, after the warfare, after all the war ended, everything, Krishna told Arjuna, you get down. Arjuna told, you first get down. Krishna told, just listen to me. You first get down, then I'll get down. Then Arjuna gets down. The moment Krishna gets down, the whole chariot is in Agni, fire. Why? This chariot is specially given by Agni Devata. This chariot is not an ordinary chariot. Like everybody wants to give some gift to Krishna because Dharma Yuddha is going to happen. So then Agni Devata gave chariot. Now this chariot is very special. Like how Agni goes in which direction? Goes in all the directions. How many directions are there? Who can tell? Yes, 10 directions are there. 10. How many you told Goloka? 4? But I think that northeast, southeast, that is also there. Up and bottom, that is also there. So 10 directions are there. And that this chariot, where it is going, how a person will shoot the arrow. The moment he sees where is a chariot, he can see it up also, he can see down also, he can see other sides also. So in this way, this is again the sign of victory of war. So within this verse, there is 3. So till now we have done 5 signs of victory of war. Okay. Nobody read this verse, right? Okay, Mohini, read the verse and read the purport also.
Hare Krishna. Tata Swete Yate
Hayayir yukte. Hayay.
My throat is there. Okay. Tata Swete Hayukte Mahati Swandane Stito Madhava Pandava Shaiva Divyo Shankyo Pradatmutu.
Again, you can write another 4th sign of victory of war. Divyav. Divyav. That is beyond success, beyond failure. When you say Divya, that is beyond success, beyond failure. Not even in this success and failure, that is beyond. Okay, read the purport.
In contrast with the counsel blown by Bhismadeva, the counsels in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of the transcendental counsels indicated that there was no hope of victory for the other side because Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas. Jayashatu Pandu Putranam Yasham Pakshe Janardhana. Victory is always with persons like the sons of Pandu because Lord Krishna is associated with them. And whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the goddess of fortune is also there because the goddess of fortune never lives alone without her husband. Therefore, victory and fortune were awaiting Arjuna, as indicated by the transcendental sound produced by the counsel of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated had been donated by Agni, the fire god, to Arjuna. And this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides wherever it was drawn over the 3 worlds. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Next. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadmau Mahashankam Bhimakarma Vrupodaraha. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadmau Mahashankam Bhimakarma Vrupodaraha. Let us see this verse. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya. Panchajanyam is the name of the consul of Krishna. Now Krishna is referred to as Rishikeshaha. Rishika means senses. Ishaha means controller. So Arjuna has given his senses to Krishna. And Krishna is going to control Arjuna's senses. So devotees' senses are controlled by Krishna. In fact, everyone's senses are controlled by Krishna. Devotees know that, others don't know. That is the problem. Rishikesha, he is the controller of senses. Devadattam Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, Arjuna is addressed as Dhananjaya. So when Rajasuya Yajna was conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthir, Arjuna traveled around the 3 planets, won over many kings, many states, just captured and got a lot of dhana. Dhana Arjita Dhananjaya. Now, Poundram Dadmo Mahashankam Bhimakarma Vrukodara. Vrukodaraha is Bhima. Now Bhima karma is not there. There Bhim is not, Bhima is referred. Bhima karma means voracious, and this Herculean task, means great task. There Bhima is not the name of Bhima. Here Bhima is addressed as Vrukodara. Vrukodara means voracious eater. Means to eat like anything. One whole cart is to eat. So that is a voracious eater. And how was his work? Herculean work, or you can say very great work. And then actually his Shanka, how it will be Shanka? Maha Shanka. We will not be given a small Shanka. He will crush it. Because when he is a voracious eater, naturally his body also will be very big, very hefty, a large, huge body. So he has to be given huge Shanka. So that is why his Poundram is the name of the Shanka, which is huge. Now, Panchajanyam. There is a story behind this. It so happens Krishna and Balram, they are studying in the Sandipani ashram, Sandipani Guru. Now Krishna is showing that to study scriptural knowledge or even material knowledge, you need a teacher. Without a teacher, you cannot study. So now Krishna is a teacher of all the teachers. He is the source of all the knowledge. But still Krishna says, even I go to school. So Krishna went to the Sandipani ashram, which is now in Ujjain. That time also it was in Ujjain only. Now so happened, after the study is over, Krishna and Balram, they're asking what Guru Dakshina we should give him. Sandipani Muni says, bring my son back. And they knew that Sandipani's son is in the hell. Some cause he is in the hell. So then what they did was, first they jumped in the ocean and they killed a snail demon named Panchajanyam and got the shell. You have the shell in the snail, took the shell, and they went to hell and they were standing on the outskirts of the hell and were blowing the conch shell. Krishna is blowing the conch shell. What happens is the whole hellish atmosphere is transformed into a wonderful atmosphere, like those who were burning in the hot oil. They were experiencing as if they are floating in a very cool pond. Those who were made to drink hot molten iron, they were feeling that they are drinking mango juice. Those who were scrolled in a hot burning sand, they felt that they are just lying on a wonderful rose petals. So the whole hellish atmosphere got transformed, and the Yamadutas are thinking, we are here to give pain, but there is one Sharira known as Yatana Sharira. If we do a lot of sinful activities, we get a body which is known as Yatana Sharira, where the pain will be inflicted to that body, and the soul which has to experience bliss, instead of experiencing bliss, it will experience yatana. That is why one should be very careful. The Bhagavatam, 5th canto, speaks about this. So then how Krishna consciousness helps us to overcome all these sinful reactions? Just by taking Krishna consciousness, our aprarabdha karmas, what sins we are going to perform in future, that will be completely removed. Whatever reactions we are facing today, that will not be much affected because you're chanting the holy name of Krishna. That is the power of chanting the holy name of Krishna. What appears as bija and puta, bija means it is there in the form of a seed for which you get certain type of atmosphere around you. Even that will be purified just by taking the holy name of Krishna. That is the power of holy name of Krishna, that it can eradicate sins in all levels. So now here, Yamadutas go to Yamaraj, and Yamaraj understands, oh, Krishna has come to visit my place. Then Yamaraj goes in place of his senses and says, what can I do for you? Lord says, you give Sandipani Muni's son back. In this way, Panchajanyam has a nice story behind it. Anyhow, this verse is not for the sign of victory of war, but even if you see also Rishikesha, just by mentioning Krishna as Rishikesha, like Madhava, Rishikesha, we can understand the whole, everybody's senses is in the control of Krishna. So naturally, the war will be won on the side of Pandavas. Okay, Gita Mataji, read the verse. And purport can be divided between Gita and Jayashri. So Anuj Prabhu, you are not listening to the class. That is a complaint which I have got from Bindu Mataji. Anuj Prabhu, Anuj Khamkar Prabhu, I think you should call him or you can remove him. Anuj Prabhu, are you listening to the class?
No, Mataji, his audio is not on. He's not at all
Oh.
listening.
Okay, then you can remove him and you can tell him to either, because he must be in the office, so you can talk to him, talk to Harsh Thakkar also. He's also not joined. Okay, anyhow, they are both are in the office. That is the request they did. Let us see. We'll talk to them. Okay. Gita Mataji. Read.
पाञ्चजन्यं हृषीकेशो देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रं दद्मौ महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मावृकोदरः.
Wow, wonderful. First time, no mistake by Okay, read the first paragraph of purport and then Narmada or Jayashri can read. Both friends are together. Okay. Read. Purport. Read the purport, Gita.
Okay, thank you. Lord Krishna is referred to as Hrishikesha in this verse because he is the owner of all senses. The living entities are part and parcel of him, and therefore the senses of the living entities are also part and parcel of his senses. The impersonalists cannot account for the senses of the living entities, and therefore they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal. The Lord, situated in the hearts of all living entities, directs their senses, but he directs in terms of the surrender of the living entity, and in the case of a pure devotee, he directly controls the senses. Here on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the transcendental senses of Arjuna, and thus his particular name of Rishikesha. The Lord has different names according to his different activities. For example, his name is Madhusudana because he killed his demon of the name Madhu. His name is Govinda because he gives pleasure to the cows and to the senses. His name is Vasudeva because he appeared as the son of Vasudeva. His name is Devaki Nandana because he accepted Devaki as his mother. His name is Yashoda Nandana because he awarded his childhood pastimes to Yashoda at Vrindavana. His name is Parthasarathi because he worked as charioteer of his friend Arjuna. Similarly, his name is Rishikesha because he gave direction to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Very
Arjuna.
good. Now, Jayashri, you read.
Hare Krishna. 1 minute. Hare Krishna. Arjuna is referred as to Dhananjaya in this verse because he helped his elder brother in fetching wealth when it was required by the king to make expenditures for different sacrifices. Similarly, Bhima is known as Vrikotara because he could eat as voraciously as he could perform Herculean tasks such as killing the demon Hidimba. So the particular types of conch shell blown by the different personalities on the sides of Pandavas, beginning with the lords, were all very encouraging to the fighting soldiers. On the other side, there were no such critics, nor the presence of Lord Krishna, the supreme director, nor that the goddess of fortune. So they were predestined to lose the battle, and that was the message announced by the sounds of conch shells. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Next. Now, all the names are given. Others have blown their conch shell. Their all names are given. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakulah Sahadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau. Mute your phones. Whose phone is on? Gita Ramesh, mute your phone.
Yeah.
Kashyascha Parameshwasah Shikhandi cha Maharatah Drishtadhyumno Viratascha Satakischa Parajitah Drupado Draupadeyascha Sarvashah Prithivipate Saubhadrascha Mahabahu Shankhan Dadmau Prathak Prathak. Let us see one verse. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakulah Sahadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau. Ananta Vijayam is the name of the conch shell of Yudhishthir Maharaj. Kunti Putro Yudhishthira. This question will be asked. Give the names of the conch shells of different personalities. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is Ananta Vijayam. Nakula is Sughosha. Sahadev is Manipushpakau. Kashyascha Parameshwasah Shikhandi cha Maharatah. Kashiraj is also present there. And Kashiraj is Parama Isha Asuhu. That means he's a great bowman. Shikhandi is also there. Maharataha, they are all Maharathis. Yesterday we saw this term, Maharathi, who can fight with 10,000 chariots at a time. Ekarathi with one chariot. Atirathi, multiple chariots, unlimited chariots. Ardharathi, the most degrading one. To fight with one chariot, he requires some assistance. So they are all Maharathis. At a time, they can fight with 10,000 chariots. Drishtadhyumna is also there. Who is Drishtadhyumna? Drupad's son. We saw Drishtadhyumna's katha yesterday. Who came from the sacrifice, intentionally brought by Drupad to kill Dronacharya. Drishtadhyumna is there. Virat is there. Virat father. Sataki, the charity is also there. Apara, Aparajitaha, Aparajitaha. They are all unconquerable. Drupadaha, that is Draupadi. Drupad, the Draupadi's father is there. Draupadeyaschaha, sons of Draupadi are also present. Upapandavas. Sarvashaha Prithivipati. They are all Sarvashaha Prithivipati. O king. Subhadraha. Subhadra's son Abhimanyu is also there. They are all Mahabahu, mighty armed. Shankhan Dadmau Prathak Prathak. Everybody separately blew their conch shell. Okay. So Mayur Prabhu, read the verse. Mayur Prabhu, unmute yourself. Maitri also can unmute. Preeti Mataji, unmute. Yeah, read the first verse.
Ananta Vijayam Raja Kuntiputro Yudhishthirah Nakula Sadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau.
Wow, you are Bhakti Shastri, Prabhu. Advanced student, getting fear of joining Bhakti Shastri. See how nicely read. I have to pacify him. Please join, please join. Maithili, read the 17th verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. काश्यश्व परमे श्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्व सात्यकिश्च पराजितः
Viratascha. One over. Kashyascha. Viratascha.
विराटश्च
Kashyascha.
काश्यश्च. Okay, Mataji.
Preeti.
Drupado. Okay.
Preeti will be.
Mataji, I'm traveling. Hare Krishna. I don't have anything in front of me.
Okay. Ujjwala, are you in the
Sorry,
process?
Mataji.
Unmute. Okay, who else will read? Aditya, you read.
Hare Krishna. Drupado Draupadiyaschya Sarvashah Prithivipate Saubhadrasya Mahabahu Shankadmuha Prithak
Shankhan Dadmu.
Shankhandadmu Prithak.
Very good. Gautam, read the puppet.
Sanjay informed King Dhritarashtra very tactfully that his unwise policy of deceiving the sons of Pandu and endeavoring to enthrone his own sons on the seat of the kingdom was not very laudable. The signs already clearly indicated that the whole Kuru dynasty would be killed in that great battle, beginning with the grandsire Bhishma down to grandsons like Abhimanyu and others, including kings from many states of the world. All were present there, and all were doomed. The whole catastrophe was due to the king Dhritarashtra
Catastrophe.
because the catastrophe was due to the king Dhritarashtra because he encouraged the policy followed by his sons.
So everybody will be doomed. All the kings from different parts of the world were present. And very clearly said, the signs indicated that the victory will be there on the side of the Pandavas and everybody will be doomed. Okay, now 19th one is a sign of victory of war. And it is also the practical application of Bhagavad Gita. Because why we are studying, we should practically apply it also in our life. Saghosho dhartarashtranam hridayani vyadarayat nabhascha prithivim chaiva tumalobhyarunadayan. Saghosho dhartarashtranam hridayani vyadarayat nabhascha prithivim chaiva tumalobhyarunadayan. Okay, Ujjwala has come. Let us see. Try to read this verse. Unmute first. Unmute your phone.
Hello.
Yeah, read.
सघोषोधार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो नादयन्.
Very good. Saghosho dhartarashtranam. So in this way, when such vibrations was there in the battlefield, the sons of the Dhritarashtra, especially Duryodhana, their hearts shattered. Hridayani vedarayat. It shattered. Nabhascha prithivim chaiva. Nabha, the sky, the surface. Cha means and. Eva means certainly. Tumalaha bharunadayan. Everything had uproarious sound. And it shattered the hearts of the sons of the Dhritarashtra. Now when they were blowing the conch shell, the other side started with Bhishma Pitamaha. There is no mention that Pandavas' hearts shattered. But when the Pandavas were blowing the conch shell, this side, they were all blowing the conch shell, very clear indication is that their hearts shattered. That means There is a fear in the heart of the conditioned souls. But when a person takes to the shelter of Krishna, Avashya Rakshive Krishna, he is there to protect us. So that is why the devotees are always fearless. It is said, Maya Das Sada Udas, Krishna Das Sadai Bindas. Sadai Bindas. Yes, you have Krishna with you. If you have Krishna with you, then you don't have to worry. So this is an indication that Pandavas were completely fearless, even though Krishna told, I will not take part in the war. He said, no problem. You be on our side. That is enough. Krishna is there on our one side. Dharma is established. Wherever dharma is established, 4 principles are established. No meat eating, that refers to compassion, that is non-violence. No intoxication, that refers to tapasya. No illicit sex, that refers to purity. No gambling, refers to truthfulness. So all these 4 principles are automatically established in the place where dharma is there. Dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Wherever dharma is there, Krishna is present. Wherever Krishna is there, dharma, that is, these principles are present. And whoever leads his life keeping these principles, taking shelter of Krishna, he will be always fearless. That is why devotees are always fearless. Somebody told to Srila Prabhupada, devotee is crying. Prabhupada said, then he is not a devotee. Because a devotee should never cry at any materialistic things. He can cry, yes, he should cry for Krishna. Because cry is a very wonderful symptom for growth in devotional service. He should cry for Krishna if he cries, I don't have a car. Now that, oh, my wife has run away. Let her run away. Let her run. Not a problem. In this way, materialistic things anyhow is dukkhalayam only. Krishna has certified this world as a shashvatam dukkhalayam. You cannot expect any sukha in this material world. So-called sukha is also temporary. Sometimes we compare with others. We see, oh, somebody is in more sukha. But it is a relative term. And actually, we are fooling each other. When you ask somebody, how are you? The answer is, I'm fine. And you'll go in deep. Is he really fine? You'll come to know that he has multiple problems. At least you had 3 problems, he has more than that. And if you compare that person to other person, then more problems. That means everybody has problem. Don't think that, oh, I only have problem, why others are not having problem. Everybody has problems, some or the other problem. But you take up to Krishna consciousness, then all these problems, though they are there, they will not be affecting our consciousness. We are not into getting rid of the problems. Let them be as they are according to our karmas. But one should not be affected by the problems what he has. Now, Pandavas, they face so many problems. If we see the life of Pandavas, they were born in the forest. When they were brought to the palace, their own uncle and their cousins were up to killing them. They did not want them. And then when the time came for the Yudhishthira Maharaj to rule, they were intentionally defeated in the gambling match, sent for 12 years of Vanavas and 1 year of Agyatavas, which they successfully did also. When they came back, they were not getting anything. Even 5 villages were just 5 villages, because Kshatriya means he has to have a kingdom to rule. He's a leader. Even that was not given. On the contrary, they were insulted. Then this Yuddha had to be, it was inevitable. But then even in the war, they lost Abhimanyu. They lost Upapandavas. When they were sleeping, all the small children, they were young boys. Their heads were cut. So what difficulty they have not faced. But still, Kunti Maharani says, the Kunti Maharani prayers, very clearly she says, Vipada Santuta Shashva, Takta Tatra Jagat Guru, Bhavato Darshanam Yatsad. Apunarbhava darshanam. Oh Lord, why are you going to Dwarika? Lord says, now I have given you wonderful position. Your husbands are in well settled. Yudhishthir Maharaj is now the king. And she says, so your sons are well settled. So then Kunti Maharani says, do one thing, give all the difficulties again. At least in those difficult times, oh Krishna, you are there. And now when everything is okay, you have given all the position to my sons, but then you're telling to go, you're trying to leave Hastinapur. It is better you give the difficulties again and again. Vipada tantu shashatvat tatra tatra jagat karu. So that is why she is glorified as the best and the wonderful women in Mahabharata. All the sages glorify Kunti Maharani just because she is not afraid of the difficulties. She is afraid of losing Krishna. So one should be afraid of losing devotion. Materialistic things anyhow is going to be lost. When the body itself is not ours, what can then other things be ours? Okay, so this is a sign of victory of war. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. That means Krishna is there to protect the devotees. That is why devotees are never in fear. Okay, Saurabh, but wait. Your connectivity is proper, then you read the puppet.
When Bhishma and the others on the side of Duryodhana blew their respective conch shells, there was no heartbreaking on the part of the Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned, but in this particular verse, it is mentioned that the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra were shattered by the sounds vibrated by the Pandavas' party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to even the greatest.
Again, your voice is gone. Do something with your phone. Over. One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear, even in the midst of the greatest calamity. Now, last verse. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते. Aruna, read one line. Narmada, second line.
Hare Krishna. Atha vyavastita na drushta dhatarashtra na kapi dvajaha.
Wait. What did you do? Atha vyavastita. Why don't you read the chanda? Okay. Atha vyavasthitan drishtva.
Atha vyavasthitan drushta.
Tanan, where is Tanan? You tell me really.
Tanan drushta.
Tanan, where it is? Atha vyavasthitan.
Atha vyavasthitan. Tan.
Atha vyavasthitan.
Atha vyavasthitan.
Drishtva. Dhartarashtran. Kapidvajaha. Okay, second line Narmada. Pravrutte Shastra Sampate. Unmute.
प्रवृत्ते शास्त्र
Sampate. Dhanurudyamya. Udyamya. Pandavah. Pandavah. Gautam, third line. And
Rishikesham,
all three lines Mayur Prabhuji will chant.
Rishikesham tada vatyam midatmaha mahipate.
Idamah, idamah,
Idama ha mahipate, mahipate,
mahipate,
mahipate,
dirgha, rasva. You take care of that. Mahipate.
mahipate.
Slowly, who will chant? Mayur Prabhu, chant little slowly, don't run.
अथ व्यवस्थितां दृष्ट्वा धातराष्ट्रां कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते.
Jai, Jai, very good. Wonderful. Not a single mistake, just see. Okay, Maithili also wants to chant. Chant.
Hare Krishna Mata. Atha, Mamataji, shall I read purport? That's why I raised hand.
What?
Purport shall I read, Mataji?
No, read first the verse and then go to purport.
Okay, Mataji. Atha vyavasthitan drishtva dhatra dhat
Dharta.
dhar
Dharta.
धार्तराष्ट्रां कपिध्वजः प्रवर्ते शास्त्र प्रवृत्ते शास्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम पाण्डवः
Shastra was not that, it was Shastra. The moment you say Shastra, it is scriptures. This is Shastra.
Okay, Mataji. Shastra
Whole meaning
sampate.
changed.
Sorry, Mataji.
Yeah.
Dhanurudyama Pandavaha
Mataji,
Rishikesham
voice breaking.
Read.
Rishikesham tada vakyam idam mahipate.
Idamah.
Okay, Mataji.
Mahipate. Okay. Read the purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The battle was just about to begin. It is understood from the above statement that the sons of Dhritarashtra were more or less disheartened by the unexpected arrangement of military force by the Pandavas, who were guided by the direct instruction of Lord Krishna on the battlefield. The emblem of Hanuman on the field of Arjuna is another sign of victory because Hanuman cooperated with Lord Rama in the battle between Rama and Ravana, and Lord Rama emerged victorious. Now both Rama and Hanuman were present on the chariot of Arjuna to help him. Lord Krishna is Rama himself, and wherever Lord Rama is, his eternal servitor Hanuman and his eternal consort Sita, the goddess of fortune, are present. Therefore, Arjuna has no cause to fear any enemies whatsoever. And above all, the Lord of the senses, Lord Krishna, was personally present to give him direction. Thus, all good counsel was available to Arjuna in the matter of executing the battle. In such auspicious conditions arranged by the Lord for his eternal devotee lay the signs of assured victory. Hare Krishna.
So till now, how many became? 2. Then here 4, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th sign of victory of war. First is first verse. Second sign of victory is in the 12th verse. 4 signs of victory is there in the 4th verse. They are there in the 4th verse. 6 became. 7. The 7th one is in the 15th verse. 8th is there in the 19th verse. 9th is there in the 20th verse. So it so happened, Hanuman was sleeping. Arjuna wanted to get some flowers for Draupadi. So he sees a monkey's tail. It's actually a etiquette not to cross somebody's body. So tail is part of the body. So Arjuna says, hey monkey, remove your tail. Monkey told, see, I'm very tired. If you want, you remove my tail. Then Arjuna tried to lift the tail and keep it aside. But he was not able to lift the tail, though the monkey was looking very small. And he understood this monkey is not an ordinary monkey. He says, hey, who are you? He says, I am Hanuman. He showed his huge form. Arjuna told, you're the same monkey whom Rama took assistance. Rama took assistance of monkey, bear, squirrels. Anyhow, if Rama would have asked me, I would have just made Setu Bandhu with my bow and arrow. That is it. I can show you. Then Arjuna throws arrows. Within few minutes, he makes a wonderful bridge. But then both of them see that the whole ocean has turned red. And they look, how is it? Then they find, Arjuna finds Krishna shooted by arrows. And Hanuman finds Rama shooted by arrows. So they could understand that my worshipable Lord Krishna is the same worshipable Lord Rama. So both of them could understand, oh, our worshipable Lord is the same. Then Hanuman realizes his mistake. Arjuna realizes his mistake. And then Hanuman promises that whenever there is my requirement, I will be present. Wherever Krishna is there, I will be present. So in that chariot, especially in the flag, Kapi Dhwajaha, Kapi is present. Kapi is, Hanuman is present. Wherever Hanuman is there, then victory is there. Because Hanuman is the emblem of victory. Krishna has given such benediction to Hanuman that you can go and win over Lanka and come back. But then intentionally Hanuman just burnt Lanka and showed this is enough for you to give fear. He could have killed Ravana, but no. He intentionally did not do that because he wanted Ram to kill Ravana. So wherever Rama is there, Hanuman is there. Wherever Krishna is there, Hanuman is there. Both are same. Ram and Krishna are same personality. So this is the 10th sign of 10th, isn't it? Okay, 9th sign of victory of war. So tomorrow we will do Bhaktavatsala Govinda. We say, Bhaktavatsala Govinda. He is a mother, he is a father for devotee. So how he is mother for a devotee? 21st verse onwards to 30th verse. Actually, it is 21st to 28th verse. 27th verse. Bhaktavatsala. 28 to 30 is depression signs of Arjuna. So we'll try to do the 3 more. But tomorrow we'll do first 21 to 27. Any doubts? No doubts.
Marzi, 9 signs of victory. I don't have all of them. I have around 6.
Who can tell more? First sign of victory, first verse.
Dharma Kshetra.
Second sign of victory.
12th verse.
Bhishma blowing the conch shell, declaring that Dharma will be established. Then third sign of victory.
14th verse.
14th verse.
Agni. In that only 4 are there. 4 are there within that verse. Agni giving the chariot. Madhavaha, husband of goddess of fortune. Pandavaha, Jayastu Panduputranam Yesham Pakshe Janardana. Then Dityav Shankhav Pradatmatuhu, Dityav, completely transcendental. Over there itself 4 came, so it became 6. 7th one, Rishikeshaha. Krishna is controlling the senses of everyone. Then 8th one, the Duryodhana.
Pandav tells
19th verse.
Yes,
19th sloka.
Very good. 20th verse, Kapi is present.
9th one.
Over 9.
Got it, Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay. Any other doubt?
Mataji,
Yeah.
from second verse to 11th verse is a diplomacy of Duryodhana. Then 21st to
21st to 27th. That is Bhakta Vatsala of Govinda. Write down. Bhakta Vatsala of Govinda. 28, 29, 30. Depression signs of Govinda. So we need Mohini Mataji there. Depression
Mataji, depression signs of
of
Arjuna.
Arjuna. Not Govinda, Arjuna. So Mohini Mataji is psychological case. She deals with all depression patients. Now see how Krishna deals with Arjuna. Depression signs. What are the depression signs? How to understand this person is in depression? That is clear. That's to say, Bhagavad Gita is the answer for everything. The person has to study even psychology. He has to refer Bhagavad Gita. Then how in that depression, how Arjuna is giving reasons? That is given from 31st verse onwards till the second last verse. And one of the reason is given in the second chapter. So in depression, how a person speaks. It look like that. What is depression actually? What is depression? Can anybody say what is depression? Except Mohini Mataji, can anybody say what is depression? Yes, Maithili.
Hare Krishna Mataji, when our
Depression or what?
Mataji, when our expectation and reality don't match, Mataji.
Yes. Any other answer? Many times it doesn't match. When a person loses his inner strength to fight over that circumstances. Every time it's not necessary, it is going to match. Every material expectation is going to be destroyed. That is a nature's law. Wherever material expectations are there, understand that is going to be destroyed. Like even though Hitler, he conquered the whole earthly planet. But still, the moment you lose your body, everything gone. Material prosperity, material expectations are going to become big zero. But we are not able to take up that failure. Why? Because we don't have a real strength. And that real strength is spirituality. A person who is spiritually enlightened, then he has the strength. There are 4 types of strength. One is gross strength. You eat every day very nicely, you become healthy. But then something is known as mental strength. You're not able to control your mind. Something is known as intellectual strength. Even that intellectual strength is not able, that is also now weakened. It's not able to guide the mind. Intellect is discriminating factor. Mind deals with the senses. Senses capture the mind. Mind has caught hold of your intellect. So intelligence is not allowing you to discriminate what is correct, what is wrong. Why? Intellect has not taken shelter of Krishna. It is said, soul is the next door neighbor of intelligence. So what is spiritual strength? When a person comes to the level of spirit, understanding I'm not the body, I'm soul, I'm servant of Krishna. Everything is managed by Krishna. Just see how the management is done. Everything is arranged by Krishna, right from our waking up, right from our managing our time. If we are dependent on him, then you can see his hand in each and every step. The moment we think I am the doer, that is where we have to face different circumstances. Sometimes to our expectation, sometimes not to our expectation. When it is to our expectation, we are elated. When it is not to our expectation, that is the time, there is a sign, depression. So then, how Krishna is going to answer all the statements spoken by Arjuna when he is seeing that on the other side, my grandfather is standing. Now I have to fight with my own people. Parantapaha. Arjuna's one of the name is Parantapaha, one who has conquered his enemies, but he is not able to take it up. That all my people are standing. They are all standing to fight with me. What harm I have done? Sometimes all your family members pounce on you. That time you feel, oh, what harm I have done? No, this is what is taught in Bhagavad Gita. Now Arjuna and his family, the war was not with somebody else, war was with his own family members. And seeing his own family members having such a revengeous attitude, he went in depression. So it is not that Arjuna goes in depression. Arjuna is intentionally made to go in depression so that Krishna is going to solve all the problems of the Kali Yuga people who are 99% in depression. There is Duryodhana in everyone's family. Your own husband can be a Duryodhana. Your own sons can be Duryodhana. You don't have to have Duryodhana somewhere outside. Here, anybody who is against devotional service, guiding you against devotional service, you can see them as one of the Duryodhana or maybe Putana, anyone. But then there is Putana within you also. So don't just see outside. Within that self-confidence, when it goes down, understand that is Pranavata or some demon which is trying to hover our consciousness. So there can be a demon within our intelligence, which is not allowing us to take up devotional service very strictly, seriously, and sincerely. So you don't have to search demon outside. There's a demon inside also. Okay, so we'll leave this tomorrow. And stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo. Om Namaha